Teatime with Matt's Christmas special is sponsored by Cash for Stuff! This year, Cash for Stuff has massive discounts on turkeys. Due to a refrigerated lorry overturning on the M4 this afternoon, we have hundreds of frozen turkeys in store that are thawing out as we speak. Seriously, we really just want to get rid of these turkeys. Come and buy several. Cash for Stuff guarantees you won't get salmonella or your money back. One of those is true. Pick up 5 turkeys in store and get a 6th absolutely free. Elderly and alone this Christmas? Leave your house keys at the counter and we'll carry your purchases home for you. Don't tell your kids. So come on down to Cash for Stuff, located round the back of Morrison's. All the turkeys must go before the Food Standards Agency shuts us down again. Cash for Stuff! Cash for Stuff is a subsidiary of Honest Jeff Industries. Cash for Stuff accepts no responsibility for illness, injury or death caused by consumption of discount turkey. No refunds will be given and all requests will result in beatings. See in-store for details. Hello everybody, good evening, it's Wednesday night, it's 8 o'clock and I'm wearing a festive hat. So that must mean it's time for Tea Time with Matt's Christmas Party! Hang on a minute. Forgot to put my Christmas lights on. I've made maximum effort, I've dangled some tinsel up there. Got my advent calendar. And of course it is the 20th of December. We got 5 days to go, folks. Are we all excited? There we are. There's my chocolate, and it appears to be some kind of festive beardy man. Or whatever. Tasty. Do you like my mug? Oh yeah. Party's off to a good start. Who have we got in the chat room? We have got Peter Capaldi back in the chat room. Hello, Peter Capaldi. We've got Schnitzlery back. Hello, mate. Donald's joined us in the chat room. Hello, Donald. Who else? The T-Ferry's here. Steve the Landlord is here. And Dalek Jeff's here as well. Hello, hello. And Brent Nkage, of course, joins us as well. He'll be coming live on the show a little bit later as a co-host. As always, because he's awesome. He rocks. So what are we talking about tonight? It's Christmas. I want to hear about your perfect Christmas. And I want to know if you've finished preparing yet. If not, what have you still got left to do? Can I help you with anything? Because we like to help out here on Tea Time with Matt. We're going to help you out with your preparing. And in that spirit, we've also got some common sense advice coming up on how to prepare a Christmas dinner. Because anyone who's stupidly agreed to host Christmas dinner at their house this year is going to need all the help that they can get. We've also got Tea Time with Matt's Alternative Christmas Facts coming up a little bit later. It's a festive special. Oh yeah! We're loving that. We've also got the bedtime story, but it's slightly different because I won't be asking for your words this time because I've already written it. Hang on. I had a jingle for this. Where's my jingle gone? There we are. Shall we try that one more time? I don't need 5 words tonight because I've already written it. That's right. Tonight's bedtime story is going to be Tea Time with Matt's Tale of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Hope you're excited, folks. I've put all of minutes of effort into that story, so I hope you enjoy it. What are people saying in the chat room? Will Honest Jeff service behind Morrison's? Asked Peter Capaldi. Don't be ridiculous. He doesn't get his hands dirty. He's got minions to do that for him. Bren says, nice mug. Thank you. Peter Capaldi says, we're worried about you, Santa. We're worried about your weight. Obesity is a health issue that we really can't freaking wait. A poem by Peter Capaldi. Very nice. Very nice. Schnitzlery says 3 out of 10 alliterations for the win. Oh, yeah, I think I get that. Kind of. Anyway, yeah, so let us know if you're prepared for Christmas, and if not, what can we help you with? Get in touch in the chat room, which is over, hang on, that way. See, on my screen, I've got it over on the right-hand side, which is really distracting. I should probably swap those over, actually, thinking about it. Why haven't I thought of this before? Anyway, chat room is over there, folks, so get involved in there. You can also get involved via email. My email address is teatimewithmatt@gmail.com. You can tweet me. My username is teatimewithmatt, all one word, all lowercase. Or you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/teatimewithmatt. Rightio then, let's play our first song. This is Chris Rea and Driving Home for Christmas. This is my mum's favourite Christmas song, this. I haven't played it first just because she's listening. I happen to quite like it too.
Just the same. Top to toe in tailbacks. Oh, I got red lights all around. I'm driving home for Christmas, yeah. Get my feet on holy ground. So I sing for you. Though you can't hear me when I get through. Go and feel you near me. Driving in my car, driving home for Christmas. Driving home for Christmas with 1,000 memories. I take a look at the driver next to me. He's just the same. He's driving home, driving home, driving home for Christmas.
Dunkers of the world, unite! It's Tea Time with Matt!
Sorry about that, that was my exit. That was Chris Rea there and Driving Home for Christmas. You're listening to the Tea Time with Matt Christmas special. And yes, Donald, this is last year's Santa hat. Peter Capaldi says, don't drink tea and drive. I'll do whatever I want. Dalek Jeff says, don't wear headphones and drive. I'll do whatever I want. Schnitz Larry says, don't drive. That really speaks to me. I like that. Do you like my cup, by the way? It's not actually mine. It belongs to my sister. But the little red nose here heats up when you put hot liquid in it. The rest of the time, it's just the black nose. You know, so when I finish drinking it, you'll see the change. It's awesome. Right, so what's happening in the chat room? Well, I just read all of the things from the chat room, so you know, that's not the go-to option right now.
Fail.
Tell you what,
Failure.
I always forget that bit. It's on the end. I really should remember that by now. Tell you what, since I completely messed up, let's distract from that and do the weather. Why not? Right, just whack up the microphone to maximum. I'm going to hang my advent calendar up on the way. Swing that round there. See what we're doing. Right. Curtains are closed again. Because, you know, cold out there. Right. Well, I think it's fair to say that the snow has well and truly gone, which is probably a good thing, to be fair. I think it's drizzling. I can't see any stars yet again, so it's cloudy out. And just generally damp and a bit miserable. Lots of Christmas lights up, though. There's some really brightly coloured ones next door. Nothing next door to that. Miserable sod. We got some white, kind of like icicle ones. We got some more icicle ones a couple of doors further up with like a blue outline. That's quite fun. And then we've got some Christmas decorations that I think have been up there since about 1997. So, yeah, not brilliant. I think the batteries have run out. Anyway. If you want to let us know what the weather's doing in your area, you can let us know in the chat room. Tweet me at Teatime with Matt, or give me a shout on Facebook at facebook.com/Teatime with Matt. How long ago did the jingle finish? I really need a longer one of those. Oh dear. Right. Dalek Jeff says, yes, lovely mug. Peter Capaldi says, I just heard the beginning of Fairy Tale of New York. Yes, you did. More on that later. Peter Capaldi says, give me a sec, I've got to stick my head out the window. You do that. Donald says, just warm and damp in Tunbridge Wells. Bren says, cold and damp, had very wet snow yesterday. 2015 okay, 2016 hell on earth, but not for me. 2017 was a mixed bag. What? Hang on, I'm not sure what you're responding to there, Dalek Jeff, help me out. Peter Capaldi says it's cold. Very descriptive, dude. I like it. Very good. You'll see the advent calendar's back up. I can't get it to hang straight. I think the hook is too big, so it either favours one way or the other. So, you know, it's hanging to the... What would you say? Hanging to the left or hanging to the right? To the right, let's say. Schnitz Larry says it's wet, so sorry to hear that, dude. I don't like the wet weather this time of year. The snow was great. Loved the snow. The snow was brilliant. I might have some footage of the snow somewhere. I'm not going to go through and bring that up because that's yeah. But I might have some pictures, so I'll have a look and see if I can find a couple of those. Peter Capaldi says descriptive. I can do that. Good stuff. Schnitz Larry says we had one day of snow. Dalek Jeff says it's dry and cold over here. So yeah, lots and lots of lovely weather update there, which is very nice indeed. Right, it's time for us to cross over across the pond to hook up with a man who this Christmas will be spending time with his family, and then on Boxing Day he's going to come back from his family to be on the Boxing Day special. So you know, dude, you're not getting a holiday. Sorry about that. This is, and hopefully always will be, our American correspondent. Where's the jingle? There it is. Any second now. He's going to be here any second now. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Brenton Cargay. Hey, dude. How's it going? Hello? Oh, there you are.
And we got Bulby as well.
Hey! Hello, Bobby. Nice to see you.
Yeah, the hat was actually made by my mom.
Aww.
She's good at what she does.
I love it. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Really good. Oh.
Ugh.
Hey. So, dude, happy Christmas. How's it all going over there?
Well, I got me a chocolate orange.
Oh, nice. We have those too. Do yours belong to Terry?
What?
Do yours belong to Terry?
No, it says Brock's.
Brock's. Who the hell is Brock when he's at home?
What? I don't get the joke.
No, never mind. Basically, we have chocolate origins in the UK, for those of you who don't know, and they're manufactured by a company called Terry's. So, yeah. Trivia for you there, folks. Which is always good. Just trying to sort out your Skype window, Bren, because it's all gone wrong again. I hate it when this happens.
Technology.
Yeah, gotta love it. Right.
Yeah, I haven't had one of these in years, actually.
No? Oh, dude.
No, I have not. I remember liking it when I was younger. Sorry for the noise.
you got to really whack the chocolate orange. You can't tap it. It needs a good whacking. You okay? That looks painful, dude. You alright? Oh, dear.
Remember, I'm autistic. I'm sensitive to sounds.
Good point. Well made. Donald says, hi, Bren. Hi, Donald. Jeff says, this week I'm off relaxing before everybody else. Interesting fact. Nice. Peter Capaldi says, in 1985, I bet we'll have flying cars by 2015. I'm not sure what relevance that has. The future was last week. And we've done that. 2017, Skype couldn't connect. Okay, I knew there was going to be a point. There we are. Skype did connect all right. Just, didn't go all the way. How's that? Good as you remember?
I have them in other flavors. Like chocolate apple. Like, what would apple flavored chocolate taste like?
That's a very good question. Hold on a minute. Where's my phone? Yeah, Jeff. I need a patent application doing, mate. Yeah. Chocolate apple. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, get on that. Yeah. Right. Okay. Bye. There we are. Job done. That's all sorted. Schnitzler says apple flavored orange chocolate. Well, no, apple flavored chocolate, presumably.
Yeah, I mean, just like, you know how they have like chocolate oranges, like other flavor, like strawberry chocolate, cherry chocolate, maybe.
I think you can buy
I don't know,
cherry
maybe a
chocolate.
citrus flavor. I don't know. That could be weird, but it could be good.
Yeah. No, I like the sound
Wouldn't
of
be
this.
as weird as say like the some of the other weirded novelty chocolates.
No.
That like Stuart Ashton once reviewed, like the Vegemite one, and there was that Tatal one that was really bad.
Ugh. No, not a fan. Oh. Anywho, Bren, what are you doing for Christmas?
Well, I'm contractually obligated to be on some jackass's radio show.
Yeah, but not till Boxing Day, so that's fine.
Joking aside, I pretty much just hang around the house, relaxing and watching Christmas specials off my YouTube playlist.
Nice.
Christmas Day, going over to my parents' house, open up presents, have a nice dinner with them. Pretty standard.
Yeah.
I don't really go on vacation or go anywhere else.
Your parents live in the same town then, do they? Or are they...
Yeah, they're not that far off.
Oh, well, that's cool. That's, it's good you're seeing family over Christmas. My house, we always get most of the family up here. My nan comes up to stay. She brings her partner, my Uncle Dave, down. And, we all get together. We have Christmas dinner together. My lovely girlfriend, Victoria, is joining us for Christmas Eve this year. Then she's spending her Christmas Day with her folks at home. And then Boxing Day, she's going to come over and have dinner with us again. So, yeah, it's a nice little Christmas we got planned. It's going to be good. TSG Aerospace joins us. It says chocolate is pretty much the definition of dark chocolate. Okay. Schnitzlerry says caramel sea salt chocolate is delicious. I
never liked caramel, to be honest. I don't like the texture. I don't really like the taste. But hey, people like it. More power to them.
Yeah.
My mom likes black licorice, and that's the one thing I'll never understand. People like that stuff.
Salted caramel's quite good because it gives it kind of, the salt balances out the sweetness of the caramel, so it's quite nice. Peter Capaldi says, I have a physics joke that very few people will understand, and Matt, no fail jingle. I promise nothing. What do you call a black hole's child? Don't know. What do you call a black hole's child? More on
Someone
that.
who sucks.
Oh dear. A Schwarz child.
Fail.
I'm a failure.
Up next, it's Kirsty McCall and the Pogues with Fairy Tale of New York.
It was Christmas Eve, babe, in the drunk tank. An old man said to me, won't see another one. And then he sang a song, the rare old mountain dew. I turned my face away and dreamed about you. Got on a lucky one, came in 18 to 1. I've got a feeling it's years for me and you. So happy Christmas, I love you, baby. I can see a better time when all our dreams come true.
They got cars big as bars, they got rivers of gold. But the wind goes right through you, it's no place for the old. When you first took my hand on a cold Christmas Eve, you promised me Broadway was waiting for me. You were handsome,
You were pretty queen of New York City.
when the band finished playing, they held out for more. Sinatra was swinging, all the drinks they were singing. We kissed on the corner, then danced through the night. The boys of the NYPD choir were singing, "Go away, babe," and the bells are ringing out for Christmas Day. You're a bum, you're a punk,
You're an old slut and junk, and they're almost dead on a drip in that bed.
you scumbag, you maggot, cheap, cheap, lousy faggot. Happy Christmas, you're ours, I pray God it's our love. The boys of the NYPD choir still singing, "Go away, babe," and the bells are ringing out for Christmas Day.
I could have been someone.
Well, so could anyone. You took my dreams from me when I first found you.
I kept them with me, babe. I put them with my own. Can't make it all alone. I built my dreams around you.
The boys of the NYPD choir still singing, "Go away, babe,"
And the bells are ringing out
for Christmas Day.
That was the Pogues featuring Kirsty MacColl there and Fairy Tale of New York. You're listening to Tea Time with Matt. Time just coming up to 8:30. Sorry, Bren, didn't mean to interrupt you there, dude.
Sorry, no, that was me. I should have realized.
That's okay.
That song, you know, it reminds you of it. It sort of sounds like an old, like, drinking song, doesn't it?
It kind of does, yeah.
Yeah, like a song that would play in a tavern around Christmas time.
Yeah.
You have, like, the bard singing it, a couple of people, you know, just partying. Like, I could totally see it being, like, a D&D song.
In the chat room, people saying, this song, Peter Capaldi says, this song always puts me in a Christmas mood. My question is, what is your Get in the Festive Spirit song?
Wonderful Christmas Time by Paul McCartney.
I'm trying to think. I think it's Wizard, I Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day for me. I mean, I
No,
don't.
you don't.
No, I don't, because that would be mad. But, you know, at the time,
God, yes.
having Christmas every day sounds amazing. Because, you know, you wake up Christmas morning and you think,
when
oh,
you're a kid-
every day should be like this. But economically speaking, it would not be good. So,
Yeah, even if it was like, no, okay. You got two versions of that. You got the one where it's played straight, where it's always going to be like a new Christmas day, so you get new stuff, new food and stuff. That means, yes, the economics will go down. Or, the worst one is you're in a Groundhog's Day scenario.
good point. So you're living
That's
the
even
same
worse.
Christmas over and over again.
You're doing the same one with the same events and everything.
Yeah, I'm not so cool with that version. That doesn't sound so much fun at all.
Exactly. That would be... Yeah. By the way, that's like that old story. That's like... Let's see... Yeah, it's like the second most used parody. Like, of course, it's A Christmas Carol.
Absolutely. The story of A Christmas Carol, by the way, someone was asking earlier where Alexa is. She's been fired for being useless. But at the moment, if you own an Alexa device, if you ask it to read you A Christmas Carol, it will do so for the next few days. Absolutely free, so do check that out. I was not paid to advertise that.
Classic.
Yeah, I was not paid to advertise that, by the way. This is not a hashtag sponsored video. This is...
No, it's just an interesting thing
Yeah.
how they would actually include that.
Exactly. It's more of a hashtag go read A Christmas Carol. It's amazing. So,
Or watch the Disney version.
yeah.
Or watch the Muppets version. That one's
Oh,
good. Or
Muppets
Doctor
Christmas
Who
Carol
one.
is awesome.
Or the Doctor Who parody they did.
Doctor Who's pretty good as well. That was a Matt Smith story.
One of my personal favorites, other than the Disney one with Scrooge McDuck, because that I grew up with that. I had a VHS of that when I was a kid.
Nice.
No, my favorite is the Rankin Bass one, The Stingiest Man in Town,
I've
which
not
is
seen that
based
version.
off of the musical the same name.
Hmm.
It's a really good musical. It has the animation. It's Rankin Bass's own unique old style. It's just, yeah. I look at it. It just screams timeless, and I'd say it's really good. Let's see. There's the Chuck Jones made one. Yes, the Chuck Jones, as in the one with the Looney Tunes. But this one is beautifully animated. In fact, it was first aired on TV. Then it was so popular, it actually gone into theaters, which
Wow.
made it eligible for an Emmy. And it won.
Goodness, that's awesome. That must
Yeah,
be
but
good.
afterwards they made a rule saying that something that originally aired on TV and went to theaters cannot get an Emmy. Because it was originally meant for TV, not theaters.
Oh, boo-hoo.
But you have to, you have to admit...
No,
that
it's a fair point.
Having to make a rule change like that is impressive. You can actually find that
Absolutely.
one on YouTube. Just type in Christmas Carol Chuck Jones. You'll love it.
There you go, folks. Be sure to check that out. In the chat room, Victoria says, I didn't know I already had a nickname. I'm completely hopeless at social media. You're not hopeless. I mean, a little bit.
Heck, I can barely understand some of this new stuff. I
Peter-
swear, the generational gap is more and more. You're going to have a person who's like a year older than someone else and have no idea what the year younger person is doing.
Peter Capaldi says, Pogue sounds like some kind of alien. How long have you known me, Peter Capaldi? Because I'm flashing back really far right now. Like, really far. Oh dear. For those of you who don't understand the joke, why that's funny, it wasn't really a joke on my part.
Well, it's more of an in-joke.
No, I used to, when I was much younger, play a online role-playing game called Starport Galactic Empires, and one of the things I did for that was create a radio station called Starport FM, and one of the episodes I did of that was a Christmas special where I played that song and went, what are the Pogues? Some kind of alien? And that was, man, that's way back.
Like I said, that's an in-joke.
In-joke. But yeah, for those of you who don't understand. Bren, your camera's gone off. He's
Yeah,
back now.
okay, I think we're coming back.
Hooray, good times.
Yeah. So, watching old Christmas specials, that's like something I always loved doing around this time. Like I said, I have a YouTube playlist of nothing but Christmas specials I've collected over the years. Official ones, YouTube specials, reviews, like, Nostalgia Critic, like Cars comic specials, Christmas games, your Askadolic, Christmas special.
I was going to
That
say, if
sort
you
of
got any of mine on there. I've done so many of those.
Yeah, exactly. I basically just keep adding on to it, and it's always nice to go back to every year. Especially when I'm actually able to find on YouTube, like, really old ones or stuff that I remember as a kid seeing. Yeah, my personal favorite, Muppets Family Christmas Special. And I am so glad the Nostalgia Critic did a review of that. Because now more people are going to know about it.
Peter Capaldi says, I like the movie Home Alone 5. That is real. I am not joking. They made 5. Really? They made 5 of those? Goodness me.
I know. When they made a 5th one after the 4th, I'm like, what? What? Oh, and you know what the worst part is? The 4th one was supposed to be like a pilot for a TV series. I am not kidding.
Oh,
How would you make a TV series out of that?
Schnitzler said earlier, this is what Matt would sound like if he was singing. Interestingly enough, you are going to get to hear me sing in the Cult of Scratchwood Christmas video, which I'm hoping will come out on Christmas Day. Might be slightly later. I've dropped the ball this year, guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, no, you do hear. You do get to hear me sing. It's not pretty. I'm so sorry.
Surprised.
What?
Speaking of Macaulay Culkin, have you actually seen what he looks like nowadays?
Yes, they did. They did a video. A YouTube channel did a video with him, which featured him as a taxi driver, but playing his character from Home Alone.
He basically got traumatized and was a psychotic person. And you know what? Some people like to theorize that Kevin McAllister became Jigsaw in the Saw series. It makes way too much sense.
Oh dear.
That
oh dear.
Way too much sense.
Anyway,
Twice they had to defend himself with traps against 2 guys who wanted to kill him. That would traumatize any kid.
Absolutely. Of course it would. Honestly. Victoria says Home Alone without Macaulay Culkin is totally pointless. Well, yeah,
I'm
was
with you on
those
that
films.
one. I mean, say what you want about him in his later movies, he nails those movies really well. It's like a kid who can be both a smart aleck, yet still sympathetic. Like, he's not totally the 90s cool kid.
Yeah, no. I think the thing is, Kevin as a character is quite likable.
He still causes trouble, like, he'll watch movies he's not supposed to, or do this, but he realizes, he can't just keep doing that.
Yeah, no, I think he strives to be a good kid deep down, but keeps getting himself in these stupid situations. So that was my childhood.
Good times. But there's always a lot of pains during Christmas,
Yeah, like, the biggest pain for me is the fact that all the public transport shuts down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Either from snow or people being overworked because people are you get more tourists coming in to meet their families or something.
On the same note, you can't get any shopping done. It's close to Christmas because right now everybody and their mother is at the local shopping centre. That's shopping mall for our American listeners.
Exactly.
Because they haven't done their shopping. I'm done. I've finished mine. I've got all the wrapping materials. I'm good to go. Haven't wrapped any of them yet, but I'm good to go.
Getting all the decorations up, that is always a pain. Especially when you have a lot and you have to carry them around and you're like, ugh.
No. Actually, no. I disagree with you. Putting the decorations up is great. Taking them down and putting them away again, that's a pain.
Yes, I completely agree. That is... Ugh. Actually, you know what? I think there's a song that epitomizes all the problems at Christmas.
Is there? What song would that be?
The 12 Pains of Christmas, of course.
Oh, the one by Bob Rivers.
I do believe so.
You mean this one? Needed to hear me singing.
Dunkers of the world, unite! It's tea time with Matt.
Bear Barrington's joined us in the chat room. Hello, Bear Barrington. Nice to see you, as always. We are talking a lot about Christmas songs and different bits and bobs tonight. I asked earlier, have you finished preparing for Christmas? I've not at all. I've got all my gifts. I've got them already. I've not started... Well, actually, no, that's not true. I've wrapped some of them. I've wrapped all of the ones that are from people outside the house. Anyone else still needs...
I just need to grab a Panda Express gift card for my sis, and I'm pretty much done.
Nice.
Yeah, that... Yeah, yeah, she and I, we have an agreement. You know, we're okay with gift cards because it's easier than a personal gift.
Gift cards are good on the basis that if you've got a rough idea what somebody likes but you're not sure of the specifics, get them a gift card to a shop you see them in all the time.
Games.
Exactly. You know, in your case, Bren, I guess Steam vouchers would be a good thing. Can you even get Steam vouchers? I'm not sure.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, sweet. Good time.
Heck, you can even nowadays send it directly through Steam now.
Sweet. Bear Barrington says Emma's done all her shopping, all of her wrapping, and is now truffle rolling. Nice. I remember Emma's truffles. They're good. Dalek Jeff says, I have finished my Christmas decorations. Well done. Peter Capaldi says, money, freedom equals gift card.
I think it said money minus.
Money minus freedom. Apologies. Yes, quite right. Dalek Jeff, I actually cut out a cardboard Dalek and put it on my Christmas tree. I love it. I've got
Nice.
I've got somewhere some Doctor Who decorations. The TARDIS from that has made itself onto the tree this year.
Well, obviously that would make sense.
Absolutely. But last year we had the Dalek, a Cyberman, Sonic Screwdriver, and little bits.
Actually, what would make sense is if they have like a Weeping Angel tree topper.
Oh God, yes. Why has no one done this yet? The set I've got doesn't have a Weeping Angel in it. You mad fools!
You can either put a star or an angel on top. So, and we have something called a Weeping Angel. It makes perfect sense.
Failing that, you get a star that looks a bit like a spider's web and dangle Arachnos from it.
Yeah,
Common sense.
That could also work.
That would work.
Or have a TARDIS tree topper. I don't know.
No, whatever floats your boat, guys. It's all good.
You got to include a tree topper. That's like tradition.
It's just the done thing, you know. Right, we're going to move on and do common sense advice. So this.
Oh, this ought to be good.
Oh, it will be. This
I'll
year.
get drinking.
This year, you volunteered to host Christmas dinner at your house. You idiot. Christmas dinner is literally the most stressful thing you will do all year. Worse than one-to-one with your boss where you asked for a pay rise. Worse than any first date. Worse than that time you got on the wrong train and instead of going to London, you ended up in Stoke-on-Trent.
And of course, worse than that time, Honest Jeff hired you to eliminate a competitor, and he didn't even send you the proper coordinates.
Yeah, incidentally, the Stoke-on-Trent thing, yeah, that actually happened. Don't panic! Tea Time with Matt is here to help you muddle through and make this the best Christmas dinner you've ever made. Here's common sense advice on how to host a Christmas dinner. Oh, nearly sent me mug flying. I'm going to put that over there. What am I doing? Words, Matthew. Focus. Adjust expectations. Step 1. All of the booze. In my house, we start drinking at around 7:30 on Christmas morning. If you pace yourself, you can remain nicely drunk for most of the day. It will make cooking the dinner feel much less stressful. Plus, if you keep all your guests on the tipple, they probably won't notice how bad the food is. Win-win! Step 2. Cheat. Most of the dinner can be done using shop-bought items. Things like cranberry sauce, bread sauce, pigs in blankets and Christmas puddings are best to buy in rather than make yourself. Making stuff is really hard. And let's face it...
Microwave for a reason.
Exactly. These people do it every day. They're the experts, right? Step 3. Treat TV cooking shows like dramas, not instructions. Yes, I know Nigella and Co can whip up a turkey dinner fit for royalty in 6 half-an-hour episodes. But they have loads of money, years of experience, editors to make them look good, and a ruddy production crew doing half of the stuff for them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Seriously, Nigella's pantry, not a euphemism, is apparently the same size as my front room. Small towns can fit in her deep freeze. Seriously, why is everything you say about Nigella Lawson just... why does it sound filthy? Anyway. Step 4. Respect the turkey. Remember that the turkey sitting on the kitchen counter died so your guests and you can stuff your faces on it for the next 2 weeks. Treat it with some damn respect. Preheat the oven before you put it carefully in. Don't just shove the poor thing in like you're doing your laundry. When it's done, let the bird rest for a bit before carving it. Just like you, it's had a rough morning. It deserves a bit of a break before you tuck in. Step 5. Remember the vegetabilists. There's a distinct possibility that one of your guests will be a vegetarian. No, you cannot just cook them a mushroom or put a salad out. Cook them something proper like a nut roast or a cheese roulade. Vegetarians are an inconvenience for life, not just for Christmas. Angela, my amazing co-writer, is a vegetableist, and you do not want to see her reaction if you serve her quiche. Step 6. Are we on step 6? I don't even know anymore. Skip the sprouts. No one actually likes Brussels sprouts. Anyone who says they do is a liar. What's to like? They're just tiny cabbages. People only eat them to be polite. Do yourself a favour and chuck a few extra roast potatoes in instead. Speaking of potatoes, do enough to sink a battleship, then double that amount. That should just about cover you. They don't need to be done in goose fat, no matter what middleclasspretension.com tells you. Step 7. Keep the table simple. Look, I know it's tempting to make the table look like something Miss Havisham would say is a bit extravagant. But all that will happen is your nice glasses will get broken and you'll get red wine stains all over the linen. Keep it simple. Put up the cheap cutlery and throw a few crackers down. Job done. Don't stick twigs and bits of pine cones down, you'll look like a prat. As it's Christmas, you can have a gravy boat. Although personally I prefer a gravy train. A literal train with a gravy jug on it.
I'm with you on that one.
It's me, what did you expect? Step 8.
Gravy train being pulled by a gravy battleship.
Weird. Under no circumstances allow anyone to help. Remember earlier when I said your guests need to be kept nice and drunk? Do you really want them to be wielding sharp knives in your kitchen?
Oh.
No. If practical, lock the kitchen door to keep out unwanted help. If impractical, simply sellotape your guests to the sofa. It's not a problem. If you're doing it right, they should be too drunk to notice.
Or, barring that, hire one of Honest Jeff's many bodyguards.
Ah, I like your thinking. And finally, good luck. If all goes to plan, you should just about be able to make it and have dinner done and dusted by the time the Queen goes on the telly at 3 o'clock. Congratulations! You survived Christmas dinner! Now hopefully you've learned your lesson and you'll never offer to do it again! Idiot.
Oh yeah, have fun cleaning!
And that was Tea Time with Matt's common sense advice on how to run Christmas dinner. As always, remember that Tea Time with Matt's common sense advice should be taken with a large barrel of salt, which incidentally is what you'll need to prepare the turkey, so make sure you've got one of those on hand too. Let's play another song. This one was requested by Angela, and it's by the Yogscast, and it's called Brand New Friend at Christmas Time.
Oh, I love the Yogs Guild.
Nice. Here we go.
Walking out one morning and the snow was all around. Saw a little doggy in the local village pan. He was all cold and cute and was looking so alone. My rocky heart just melted, so I had to take him home. Brand new friend at Christmas time, but I didn't know. Mandrew was a super dog, it's true. You can tell from his bright green glowing poo. Saves the world one dog treat at a time. Fetches sticks and he fights crime. Save our man who's falling off a log. The car crashing into a to be found. I'll be waiting for you when you find your way back here. I've got you loads of presents and a massive keg of beer. Brand new friend at Christmas time. Where have you gone? Rescue pirates from their sinking ship. The surface did a cool backflip. To meet you're away from Earth. Comes a pregnant lady to give birth. Won a Nobel Prize in chemistry. Going back to school for his PhD. Got the fire from burning priceless art. Fix global warming with a massive heart. All alone on Christmas time, but it's okay because Mandarin was a super dog, it's true, but everything's easier with two. Every hero needs a good sidekick, just let me get my pick. Awesome ninjas then defuse the bomb. One king and queen at the high school prom. Dive down to fight the giant squid. Caught an ice cream cone dropped by a kid. Gave a seat to a lady on the train. Saw the moon and put it back again. His taxes went to outer space. Beat Trump in the presidential race. Won gold and silver at the Olympics. For drinking beer and fishing sticks. Signed Everest just for a good time. Drank all the Pope's super special wine. Helped the Santa by pulling his sleigh. Fucked the brute to show him the right way. Talk together, kick some ass. Wait forever, Merry Christmas.
Dunkers of the world, unite! It's Tea Time with Matt.
Hello everybody, you are listening to Tea Time with Matt, and it's the Christmas special. Coming up in a few minutes, the news, because it's nearly 9 o'clock. Goodness me, are we already halfway through the show? It feels like it's been no time at all. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, time flies when you have Christmas cheer,
Yay!
as well as a lot of spiked eggnog.
True. Incidentally, I haven't got any sherry. The tea fairy's really dropping the ball this year.
Well, of course she is. She's the tea fairy. You want to call in the sherry fairy. Her name is Terry.
Terry the sherry fairy. He's getting a bit leery, so he's going
Well, that's
down the
his brother.
stairy to get me
Yeah.
some... I can't think of a rhyme.
Well, he can be very merry.
Yes, and we're back! Hang on a minute.
And he also, and his favorite cartoon from his childhood is Tom and Jerry.
Fail.
I'm a real failure.
Oh, one more. And he takes Christmas cooking advice from Mary Berry.
I think I'm drunk, and yet I only drink soda. Yeah, hey, actually, I think I'll look up what the name of that ending song from the Muppets Christmas Carol is. So
Oh,
I'll
yes.
send it to you afterwards, Matt. We can try that one later, because that is a classic.
Oh, yeah, got to play something from the Muppets Christmas Carol.
I'll find
It's a
it.
feel-good film. Yeah, find me a song. Right, anything happening in the chat room that I should do? TSG Aerospace says, freedom for the cooked turkeys. Well, I hate to tell you this, dude, but once they're cooked, it's a little late, so... I'm sorry about that.
The only way you can do that is if you... Yeah.
Unless you
Okay,
have
here's the
TARDIS.
song. It's called A Thankful Heart. That's it.
Okay, I'll look that up. Peter Capaldi says, Matt, I'm a vegetarian, and I will find you, and I will feed you corn. I've eaten corn.
So you're going to try and go Liam Neeson on him.
Yeah. Have you seen, there's a video on YouTube, I think it was made for the Late Show. It's Liam Neeson auditioning to be Santa Claus. Hang on a minute. So it goes something like, I'm going to do an impression of it, because, copyright and that. I see you when you're sleeping. I know when you're awake. And it goes into him talking about Santa's motivations, like, he sees you when you're sleeping, and he knows what you're doing. You know, he's making a list. He's checking it twice, finding out who's naughty or nice, and delivering swift justice. But also delivering presents, Liam. Not to the naughty ones. Check it
I
out.
like to-
The Liam Neeson Santa audition tape. YouTube that or something. It'd be.
Actually, I think Solid Snake should try doing that.
Wouldn't that
Yeah,
just be
get the
him
voice
crawling
actor
around
for
in a
Snake
wrapped
and
box?
Just have him try an audition. I'm gonna go sneak in, deliver the present, and find the plans to Metal Gear.
What, in Susie's house?
Look, do you know how insane Kojima is with his writing? It would not surprise me if the terrorism hit him inside of a child, like inside of a child's teddy bear or something. Because let's face it, Sid, who would expect that?
Yeah.
Look, it's Kojima. Kojima is completely insane, and that's why we love him.
Fair enough. Right, I'm gonna play.
I hope Konami gets a lump of coal the size of like a football.
To be fair, I actually do want coal for Christmas because it helps me power my steam trains.
Okay, yeah, actually, yeah, I like to imagine that. Yeah, like a train conductor, it's like, ooh, what do I get? What do I get? It's like, I got coal! And the other one's like, I got coal! It's like, I got
This is why, ladies and gentlemen, railway
I got
enthusiasts...
an iPod, I wanted coal.
all railway enthusiasts spend the whole year misbehaving because that's how they keep their railways going. Common sense. Right.
Oh, wait, where does Santa get the coal? I'm now imagining a bunch of elves in like a mine, like an old 1920s mine.
The North Pole's got a good seam of coal underneath it, so, you know.
Apparently.
I'm surprised Trump hasn't ordered the Americans to start mining it already. Although I think it's more the Russians digging things up in the North Pole, isn't it?
Let's not even get there, please.
Let's not go there. Okay. This.
Yeah, you know, there's other common sense advice. Never talk about politics.
No, don't talk about politics at the Christmas dinner table.
You
just
that
leads
is a
to
landmine
awkwardness.
you never want to step on.
Here is.
Okay, I'm gonna have to ask why, Peter. Why do you want everyone's name to be Elliot? You're starting to come off as a bit disruptive now. Now, I'm not trying to be that guy. I just kind of have to ask.
Schnitzler says it's the Swedes and the Norwegians. Okay, maybe Santa's contracted it out to the Norwegians and the Swedes. I don't know. It's anyway. Right, this is Last Christmas by Scott Bradley's Postmodern Jukebox. I like this version. Hope you do too.
Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. You gave it away. To save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Once bitten and twice shy, I keep my distance, but you still catch my eye. Tell me, baby, do you recognize me? Well, it's been a year, that doesn't surprise me. Happy Christmas, I wrapped it up and sent it with a note and said I love you. You know that I meant it, but now I see what a fool I've been. But if you kiss me once, you fool me again. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. To save me from tears, I'll give it.
No one asked you to stop playing. What are you doing? Why are you doing this to me? You're just trying to show me up. There we go.
I'm hiding from you, and you're so love lies. My God, I thought that you were someone to rely on. Me, I guess I was a shoulder to cry on. Face of a lover with a fire in his heart. And undercover, but you tore me apart. Fool me once, I swear you'll never
This is a Tea Time with Matt news update. I've lost the news update, so I need
Train
a...
of thought is on the station.
Here we are, let's have a fail jingle for that.
Fail.
I'm a real failure.
And the fail jingle has in itself killed the news jingle. This is going really, really well. Failing at life. Anyway, our top story tonight. Anti-pigeon spikes placed on tree branches to stop birds pooing on cars have been branded idiotic.
Immoral, idiotic, animal cruelty.
I'll say that again. Anti-pigeon spikes placed on tree branches.
Okay, you're gonna have to link this one in the description. I feel as though this is like one that...
I'm gonna send a link to this story in the chat room because this is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, this is a citation needed kind of thing.
Really is. This, I swear, I'm not making this up. I'm just googling it now so you guys can all go and have a look at this story because it's utterly ludicrous. I saw this on the news as I was compiling the news stories, and it wasn't in the also in the news section. It just, how dumb can you be? For those of you who are watching live, I've just popped it in the chat room. If I remember, I'll put it in the in somewhere. I don't know. Words.
My God.
I know. The spikes
Oh God.
on Pembroke Road, Clifton, in Bristol, were erected by the management company of nearby Bartlett Court Flats to protect residents' expensive cars. Hillcrest Estate Management said the trees attract roosting pigeons and it needs to protect vehicles at the prestigious development. But wildlife experts have criticised the move. Mike Dilger, wildlife reporter for The One Show, who cares what The One Show think, said, "It's another example of a small number of people who live in the city and want the city aseptic and void of wildlife. They're anaesthetised to nature." One resident, who did not wish to be named, said the spikes don't prevent other wildlife, and the trees are full of squirrels. It's quite hard to wash cars out here because there's no washing facilities, so it's quite a problem for the residents, they added. Get a bucket of water and a sponge! The stupid, it burns!
Trump would do that!
Ugh.
Not even he would be that dumb! At the very least, his solution would be chop the tree down, and that actually makes logical sense.
Or build a wall around it. One or the other.
Like, okay, cutting down the tree, that makes sense. Putting individual tiny spikes onto every branch.
Right! Oh, goodness.
Either one is stupid because of the reason, but at least cutting it down is logical. Wow! And these people, oh my God,
You haven't seen anything yet.
They're the waspiest wasps.
Hillcrest Estate Management said it had tried a number of measures to deter the pigeons, including fake birds and noise deterrents, but had little success and installed the spikes. The firm added, bird detritus can cause permanent damage to the paintwork on cars if not removed promptly, and the worst affected leaseholders wanted action taken to try and improve the situation. Here's an idea. How about this for an action taken? Get a cover for your car!
Like a
There's a
tarp.
thought. Yeah? Well done.
Freaking tarp.
I despair. I really, really do. That's the only news story I've read this week that made me genuinely angry. I mean, it's hilarious, but genuinely angry.
What? I don't think we'll be able to top this
No,
in the history of Tea Time with Matt.
no.
I think this
this
deserves
might-
the award for the dumbest thing ever read in a news story.
I know. This, as presumably, in my opinion, is the dumbest news story I have ever featured on this show. It is so dumb. So dumb.
It deserves its own... The fail jingle can't even do it justice.
No, I'm going to have to create a brand new fail jingle just for this news story. But for now...
Fail.
I'm a real failure.
Steve the landlord says a couple of falcons will do the job. Train them to attack the car owners.
Yes!
I love it.
Yes, I love where you were going with that, Steve. You need to also make a win jingle.
A win jingle, yes. Well, I've got some polite applause. Here we go. That feels very Monty Python. I like it. We shall move on to another ridiculous news story.
Do we even need to? I mean, how are you going to top that?
A council has been ridiculed for telling people how many sprouts to have with Christmas dinner.
Okay, we have a contender.
A tweet advising festive dinners that 6 is the magic sprout number drew reactions remaining from amusement to ire, with some branding Leicestershire County Council food Nazis.
Oh, God.
6 sprouts equals 1 portion! Don't overbuy!
What the hell?
The authority warned. A spokesman said, "We send out thousands of tweets. Sometimes we get it wrong." Ian Bloomfield replied, "Food Nazis now telling us what we should eat. I guess all the potholes and resident problems are solved, as you can afford to waste time tweeting this nonsense." Other responses were a little more light-hearted. Bobby P quipped, "If we want to leave Brussels, we will." Brexit joke, well done. The council spokesman said...
a good one.
The council spokesman says, "We want residents to enjoy every aspect of Christmas Day, including the sprouts!"
Oh my God, they actually had to do it. Like, really?
Yeah, it's been a bad news week for stupidity.
Oh God, I can't even make a joke.
Steve the landlord says, simple answer there, 0. Mind you, we have been known to buy 250 sprouts where only one family member likes them. Good Christmas for them then, Steve. Peter Capaldi says the council may as well have put spikes in their trees. Oh. Mr. Spugnugget says spikes on the sprouts? You could insert sprouts onto the pigeon spikes, and then the pigeons would at least get a Christmas dinner out of the deal. I think Leicestershire and Bristol seem to... I think Leicestershire and Bristol councils need to put their heads together and make this happen, because this... Yeah.
My head.
Yeah. And our final story today. And I swear, not making this one up. US fighter jets were sent to investigate a mysterious flying object as it hovered off the coast of San Diego, previously classified footage has revealed. A video released by the US Department of Defense shows Navy pilots reacting with astonishment as they tracked the whitest oval as it glided over the Pacific Ocean. The footage was studied by a secret multi-million-dollar program tasked with investigating reports of unidentified flying objects. The Pentagon has admitted the Advanced Aviation Threat Identification Program ran from 2007 to 2012. With $22 million, or £15 million, in annual funding. The recently released footage shows a 2014 encounter between an apparent object roughly the size of a commercial plane and 2 Navy F-18 Super Hornets from the aircraft carrier Nimitz, I don't know. Commander David Fravor and Lieutenant Commander Jim Slate were on a routine training mission 100 miles out into the Pacific when they were asked to investigate the object. Commander Fravor told the New York Times the object was about 40 feet long, had no plumes, wings or rotors, and outpaced their F-18s. It was big enough to churn the sea 50 feet below it, he said. "I have no idea what I saw. It accelerated like nothing I've ever seen," he added, admitting he was pretty weirded out. The pilot's Navy superiors did not investigate any further, and it remains unclear what the object was. Experts say there is usually a worldly explanation for apparent UFO sightings, and caution that an absence of an explanation is not proof of extraterrestrial life. Would anyone like to see the video?
Okay.
May
What
as
is
well. We've completely lost it now. So yeah, here is that video.
What's going on, bro? There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots to the west. Look at that thing, dude. That's not our LNS though, is it? It's not. That is an LNS, dude. Well, if there's look at that thing. It's rotating.
Okay, folks.
What is that?
That thing. That's an insect on the lens.
Oh my god.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Oh my god, you're right.
I'm gonna come clean at this point. I didn't figure this out. I was watching this and I was skeptical because I am a skeptic at heart. We all know this to be true. And the first thing that popped into my head was, okay, well, what are they trying to distract us from with this? Because this clearly is nonsense. You know. And then someone on Twitter pointed out that it was clearly an insect on the lens. And if you don't believe me, I can explain why this is the case. Hang on a minute. So I've kind of messed up with these images here. These are actually of an F-14 aircraft, not an F-18, but it's the same principle. So, you know, bear with me. This is an F-14 aircraft, right? Now, the F-18 is quite similar in that they've both got a camera under the nose cone, right there. Okay? If we do a close-up look at the camera, you'll see basically here you've got the main camera here, which I'm going to circle now. And what you'll notice is there's kind of a big lens covering the camera, with the camera lens in there, right? So what I reckon's happened, if we clear that, is a little fly's gone, oh, buzzy, 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 buzz, splat. Splat. As the lens has been moving around, the automatic lock-on system has identified it as an object and locked onto it with the camera. Which is why the object is moving weirdly at exactly the same speed the aircraft is turning. Insect on the lens.
Alright. My reaction to all three of these news stories.
That was the news. That was a Tea Time with Matt news update.
I'm okay.
You sure, dude? You don't look okay.
Ugh, stupid.
Little bit worried about you right now. Not gonna lie.
Can we just play a Minecraft Christmas, please?
Yeah, okay. This is Yogscast, Lewis and Simon with Minecraft Christmas. Just for you, buddy. Here
Thanks.
It's Christmas Eve, but no snow's falling down. I'm all alone, no, there's no one around. Can't pay my bills, cause I lost my job. I still got power, but my internet's off. I hate this world, but I love this scene. 68954012663. We're spawned in a forest with snow on the floor. Could this be the Christmas I was searching for? My mates went away and they didn't invite me. My parents are dead, no, they just don't like me. But 2 blocks of snow and a pumpkin together, I made a friend who'll be with me forever. 'Cause it's a There goes my phone, it's a text from my dad. An early gift, he got my internet back. Hop on the server, all my friends are online. Turns out they've been waiting for me all of this time. Spawned into the world, and what do I see? A snowman party for my homies and me. Exchanging gifts and dancing without a care. Me and my snowman, we're walking in the air. It's a Minecraft Christmas time. Chilling with my buddies, everyone is online. There's a whole world of joy and cheer. That's a very, very, very nice Christmas. 'Cause it's a Minecraft Christmas time. Chilling with my buddies, everyone is online. There's a whole world of joy and cheer. That's a very, very, very nice Christmas. You're having a very, very, very nice Christmas. Oh, a very, very, very nice Christmas we're having this year.
Big shame if something was to happen to it.
It's been a long day. Put the kettle on. It's tea time with Matt.
Do we all
Feel a
feel
lot
better,
better.
now?
I'm calm.
Good. Okay. We're not going to get angry again, folks, but I'm going to read some of your comments from the chat room. Nice and calm now. Okay?
No, don't worry.
Okay. Bear Barrington says, I worked at M&S one year over Christmas and there was a genuine concern over the lack of sprouts. I'm pretty sure some people came to fisticuffs over the last bag of sprouts with walnuts.
What?
Steve the landlord says, I bet it was the moon.
It's not, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, with military intelligence, I would not be surprised.
Military and intelligence. Two words that do not belong in the same sentence.
Please note that the opinions expressed by everyone in the Monday Match Show do not reflect the producer's opinion of people in the military. Please keep doing well, our veterans.
Please support the troops.
Support all the troops.
Mr. Spodnukid reckons that the UFO was a snowball thrown by Chuck Norris. Also, various kind of explanations of yes and LMAO and it's a fly, ha ha ha. Yeah. Steve says, an apt example of military intelligence. Mr. Spodnukid says, is this a news update or an idiocy update? Sometimes I'm not even sure anymore.
Yeah, we pretty much just try and look for the dumbest news reports.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Because let's face it, it's funnier that way.
Peter Cabaldi says, 1985, flying cars in the future! 2017, military fall by plug on lens.
It wouldn't be the first time the military's done something dumb.
No.
Just look up Operation Acoustic Kitty.
I'm going to have to go and look this up now.
Okay, the gist is that they had a way to implant a wiretap into a cat, like through the tail, and it wouldn't actually hurt it that much, and they would have the cat be around the Russian embassy so they can spy on him during the Cold War. And the first time they were able to test it, they set the cat off across the street to go over to a park where some Russian embassy, ambassadors were, and it then got run over by a truck.
Oh, for goodness
Millions of dollars
sake.
wasted.
Oh, for
Or the
goodness
time
sake.
during World War II, they wanted to use a bat bomb. Little bats filled with, little explosives. So what they would do is they would go, they would fly down, go under the wooden eaves of the Japanese housing, and then hide under there, and then the timer would go off and set ablaze to everything. And it would have worked. It was actually done well, but because there was something went wrong during one of the practices, the military bases said, no, we're cutting our losses.
Animal cruelty for the win.
Oy.
I'm really depressed now. Right, what song have we got up next? Let's play... Do you know what? I'm going to play something kind of cheery. This is...
How about the night Santa went crazy? Nah, I'm kidding.
No, I've actually got that queued up in a minute. But no, first I'm going to play A Thankful Heart from the Muppet Christmas Carol. Here we go.
With a thankful heart, with an endless joy, with a growing family, every girl and boy will be nephew and niece to me. Nephew and niece to me. Will bring love, hope and peace to me. Love, hope and peace to me. Yes, and every night will end, and every day will start with a grateful prayer and a thankful heart. With an open smile and with open doors, I will bid you welcome. What is mine is yours. With a glass raised to toast your health. With a glass raised to toast your health. And a promise to share the wealth. Promise to share the wealth. I will sail a friendly course, file a friendly chart, on a sea of love and a thankful heart. Life is like a journey. Who knows when it ends? Yes, and if you need to know the measure of a man, you simply count his friends. Stop and look around you. The glory that you see is born again each day. Don't let it slip away. How precious life can be. With a thankful heart that is wide awake, I do make this promise: every breath I take will be used now to sing your praise. Used now to sing your praise. And to beg you to share my day. With a loving guarantee that even if we part, I'll hold you close in a thankful heart. I will hold you close in a thankful heart. In a thankful heart.
Tea Time with Matt. Because Dunkers do it best.
Quite right, too. You're listening to Tea Time with Matt, and the time is just coming up to 9:30, which means it's time for us to go on a little trip, I think. Do you fancy taking a little trip, Ben? No? You're not feeling it? Oh, dear. Imagine you're in a shopping centre on Christmas Eve. There's a queue for Santa's grotto, which stretches the length of the shopping centre and into the 12th dimension. As you pass the entrance, you notice that many people are entering the grotto, but none are coming out. You sneak around the back and peep through the window. Inside you see a man with a long white beard wearing a bright red outfit. He is putting the finishing touches to a doll. The remainder of the room is filled with toys, all with scarily lifelike eyes. You realise then that the eyes on all of the toys are moving. You're so distracted by this that you fail to notice that an elf has wandered up behind you. He strikes you on the head with a candy cane, and you fall to the floor. As you slip into unconsciousness, he leans over and whispers, "No witnesses. Welcome to Tea Time with Matt's Alternative Facts."
Meep.
Santa Claus' distinctive red and white suit is actually an invention of the Coca-Cola Company. Hold on a minute, has an actual fact got into the... Oh, right, sorry, yeah. The original suit is neon pink. Phew, thought an actual fact had got in there for a minute. The birth of Christ, as depicted in the Nativity story, did not take place on the 25th of December. Jesus was actually born on December the 18th. But the Catholic Church decreed in 1127 that the joyous occasion be celebrated a week later, to avoid clashing with the annual fete to raise money for the church roof. Despite the lack of snow, people in Africa do know that it's Christmas time, because every year Bob Geldof sings a song reminding them about it. Ironically, people in the Arctic regions of Canada and Alaska don't know it's Christmas time, because Band-Aid has never been translated into Inuit. On a related...
Hey! I'm from Alaska, you jerk.
On a related note, each year Bob Geldof receives approximately 8 million pictures of Mount Kilimanjaro with the caption, "Snow! We have snow! You sing a tune of lies!" Tinsel is a parasitic plant species which grows in cold, damp places, like in loft spaces where Christmas decorations are normally stored. This is why, although you have never bought it, tinsel can be found among your Christmas decorations. Otters do not celebrate Christmas. This is because otters hold deeply pagan beliefs and instead celebrate the winter festival of Tarka Yule, which celebrates the birth of Tarka, otter saint of the country of the two rivers. Badgers, however, get right into the spirit of things, even though their main religious festival is the 19th of July's Festa Brian, celebrating the birth of their god Brian May. They find Monty Python's Life of Brian a most confusing film. And that, folks, was a wander around Tea Time with Matt's alternative facts. Bren, you look distressed. Everything okay?
No, let's keep going.
Oh dear. Right. Bear Barrington says this is terrifying. Good choice of sound bed. Victoria says the fact about the date of Christmas is half accurate because Jesus was born in September. See, I was worried an actual fact had got in there.
Yeah,
I knew an
honestly,
actual
if you want
fact
to get
had
into
got in there.
facts, yeah, the Christmas as we know is just a combination of a bunch of different holidays put all together. I mean, what we know as Christmas started off as a Roman holiday.
It's true. And if you want to know more about that, check out the Tea Time with Matt archives at my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Matt Productions, and search for the video marked Tea Time with Matt's Brief History of Christmas, brackets, and other non-specific winter holiday festivals, close brackets.
Yeah, we did talk about that, yeah.
That was a good episode. I like that. If you enjoyed the opening to Alternative Facts, I highly recommend the Magnus Archives podcast. Matt, you could write for it. Thanks. I'll check that out. Right. Peter Capaldi says, I don't believe in Santa or the Easter Bunny. I believe in the NSSHO. I still don't know what that is.
Yeah, okay, seriously, Peter, will you... Look, could you please explain the joke?
I'm very confused.
I'm starting to get slightly peeved. Sorry.
It's all good. Right.
Little peeved.
It's all good. Right. Up next, I'm going to play one of my favourite Christmas songs because, although it probably isn't, I assume it's about the Doctor. Because, you know, who else would travel to Bethlehem to witness the birth of Jesus, who is an alien? This is Krista Berg and A Spaceman Came Travelling.
A spaceman came traveling on his ship from afar. 'Twas light years of time since his mission did start. And over a village he halted his craft, and it hung in the sky like a star. Just like a star. A shed where a mother and child were lying there on a bed. A bright light of silver shone round his head, and he had the face of an angel, and they were afraid. And the stranger spoke, he said, "Do not fear. I come from a planet a long way from here, and I bring a message for mankind to hear." And suddenly the sweetest music filled the air, and it went la, 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 la. lovely music went trembling through the ground, and many were wakened on hearing that sound. And travelers on the road, the village they found by the light of that ship in the sky, which shone all around. And just before dawn, at the paling of the sky, the stranger returned and said, "Now I must fly. When 2,000 years of your time has gone by, this song will begin once again to a baby's cry." And it went la 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 la. This song will begin once again to a baby's cry. And it goes la love for the child. Oh, the whole world is waiting, waiting to hear the song again. There are thousands standing on the edge of the world, and a star is moving somewhere, and time is nearly here. The song will begin once again to a baby's cry.
It's been a long day. Put the kettle on. It's tea time with Matt.
Yes, indeedy. In the chat room, people are talking about their favourite Christmas films. Bear Barrington... Oh, no, sorry, that's something else entirely. Victoria says, Matt's favourite Christmas film is A Christmas Prince. Netflix it.
Fail.
I'm a failure.
Yeah, Victoria made me sit down and watch A Christmas Prince the other day, and I'm... Okay, full disclosure, it was okay. It's a pretty generic kind of, you know, rom-com type Christmassy thing. You know, it's not particularly original, the story's not that great, the acting's worse. But it was harmless. It was enjoyable for kind of how dumb it was, but you know, it was all right. You know, I didn't actively hate it. Let's say that and leave it at that.
Okay, so my favorite two movies is the Muppet Family Christmas Special, for the one that's actually good. It always gets me in the mood. And the other one, I've always been like a fan of bad movies.
Nice.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. False advertising. The tree never does not look like that, nor does it ever go inside. Actually, you know what? I'm going to read what the back says.
Go on. Hang on. Do you want some like music to play with?
Yeah, give me the story time one.
I want the bedtime story one. Okay, let's do it. Here we go. Oh, come back. There we go. Oh, damn it, I've lost the jingles now. Just amuse yourselves for a minute. I've got people texting me. Go away, leave me alone. Oh, can't deal with this. There we go.
Okay, from Good Times Entertainment. This was published by Good Times. The Christmas Tree. The poor children who live at Mrs. Mavilda's orphanage have never had Christmas presents. They've never even heard of Santa. The cold-hearted Mrs. Mavilda doesn't believe in such foolishness. Despite their hardship, the hopeful types still find reason to celebrate beneath the branches of a stately pine tree that grows just outside their window. When an energetic young mother and her two adorable children come work at the orphanage, The ragamuffin tots have hoped for a real Christmas, but not if Mrs. Mavilda has anything to say about it. Will she actually chop down the children's beloved tree? Will Santa be able to save the day? With rousing action and a cast of unforgettable characters, the Christmas tree teaches an inspirational lesson about the power of true Christmas spirit.
So does it actually?
Well, the moral is don't screw with Mrs. Hopewell or you'll get, or Santa, or creepy Coke ad Santa will come down and lightning bolt you, then yes.
Right.
I'm not joking. This is one of the worst Christmas specials ever, but it is so bad. It is hilarious. Like, this is a movie you can laugh at orphans on Christmas and not go to hell. Terrible animation, terrible voice acting, terrible lesson. It's the Troll 2 of Christmas specials. And I got this for $1 off Amazon.
Peter Capaldi says there was a god-awful movie released about Rudolph or something, and it was released in September.
Yes, that was by Good Times as well.
Yeah, was that the animated version? I think I've seen that once or twice as a child.
Good Times also apparently did another one that was like a really crappy CGI movie that was, I think, supposed to be like in the canon of the Rankin Bass movies.
Okay.
Like, that one was also bad. Phalis reviewed both of them. He also reviewed the Christmas tree. Same with the Nostalgia Critic. How I found out about this before them was actually CR, Chad Rocco from Channel Awesome. He has a series called Familiar Faces, where he talks about things that ironically are not familiar. And he has the top 12 forgotten Christmas specials. And when he did a second one, he pretty much explained how bad this was, how it's the Troll 2 of Christmas specials, and, well, I guess the popularity grew because it's a lot more mainstream. It's...
you gotta love it when that happens.
I highly... You can find it on YouTube, the whole video on YouTube.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Victoria says
45 minutes. It's hilarious.
That's no time at all, is it? Victoria says the Rudolph film was released in September to correspond with Jesus' historically accurate birthday. Sound logic there. I like it.
Yeah.
Donald's leaving us. Bye, Donald. Have a great Christmas, and hopefully you can join us for the Boxing Day special next Tuesday, the 26th of December.
I'm probably going to be a little too busy for that, sadly.
Boo!
I'll try and get on. I just don't know what I'm doing on there.
Okay.
Right?
No worries, mate. If you can or can't make it, it's cool either way. It's all good. Right, we're going to play another song now. This is one of yours, Bren. I hope you're paying attention. This is Weird Al Yankovic and The Night Santa Went Crazy.
Making toys for the good Gentile girls and the good Gentile boys. When the boss busted in, nearly scared him half to death. Had a rifle in his hands and cheap whiskey on his breath. From his beard to his boots, he was covered with ammo, like a big fat drunk, disgruntled Yuletide Rambo. And he smiled as he said, with a twinkle in his eye, "Merry Christmas to all, now you're all gonna die." The night Santa went crazy. The night Saint Nick went insane. Realized he'd been getting a raw deal. Something finally must have snapped in his brain. Well, the workshop is gone now. He decided to bomb it. Everywhere you'll find pieces of Cupid and Comet. And he tied up his helpers, and he held the elves hostage, and he ground
Dunkers of the world, unite! It's Tea Time with Matt!
Indeed, it is Tea Time with Matt, and that was Weird Al
What a
Yankovic
classic.
there. It is a classic. I enjoy that one very much.
Yeah, I think it's the right kind of dark humor that you need a little bit. Now, if you want a really bad Christmas song, just look at the Christmas Shoes.
Do you know what? I think I've heard that one, and you're right. It's awful.
Yeah, I highly recommend looking up the Patton Oswalt sketch on Christmas Shoes. There's actually a really funny animation that goes along with that, and oh boy, is this bad! Like, whoa.
If you have time, can you play Chipmunks roasting on an open fire? We feel it would nicely round out the animal cruelty theme.
That only depends. Are we talking about those god-awful CGI chipmunks?
I don't think we'll have time. Speaking of which, it's coming up to 10 minutes to 10. I've got one more song I want to fit in before we get going. This one is... And then we're going to do the bedtime story. This one is a classic Christmas song, or winter song in general, really. This version is performed by Idina Menzel of Frozen fame and Miggy Bubble, or otherwise known as Michael Bublé. This is a classic. It's Baby It's Cold Outside.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Can't stay.
Baby, it's cold outside.
I gotta go away.
Baby, it's cold outside.
This evening has been
Hoping that you dropped in.
very nice.
I'll hold your hands, they're just like
My mother
mine.
will start to
Beautiful,
worry.
what's your
My father
hurry?
will be pacing the floor.
Listen to that fireplace
So
roar.
really, I'd better scurry.
Beautiful, please don't
Maybe
hurry.
just to have a drink
I'll
more.
put some records on while I
The
pour.
neighbors might think,
Baby, it's bad out there.
say what's in this drink.
No cabs to be had out there.
I wish I knew
Your
how
eyes are like starlight
to
now.
break this spell.
I'll take your hat. Your hair looks
I ought
swell.
to say no, no,
Mind
no,
if
sir.
I move in
At least I'm
closer?
gonna say that I
Oh,
tried.
what's the sense of hurting my
I
pride?
really can't say.
Baby, don't hold out. Baby, it's cold outside.
You're very pushy, you know.
I like to think of it as opportunistic.
I simply must go.
Baby, it's cold outside.
The answer is no.
But baby, it's cold outside.
The welcome has been
How lucky that you
so
dropped in.
nice and warm.
Look out the window at that
My
storm.
sister will be suspicious.
Gosh, your lips look
My brother
delicious.
will be there at the door.
Waves upon a tropical
My maiden
shore.
aunt's mind is
Gosh,
vicious.
your lips are
But maybe
delicious.
just a cigarette more.
Never such a
I don't even
blizzard
smoke.
before.
I gotta get home.
Baby, you freeze out there.
Say, lend me your coat.
It's up to your knees out there.
You've really been grand.
I feel when I touch your
But don't
hand.
you see?
How can you do this thing to
There's bound to
me?
be talk tomorrow.
Think of my lifelong
At least there'll
sorrow.
be plenty in
If
pride.
you got pneumonia and
I
die.
really can't stay.
Baby, it's cold. Baby, it's cold outside.
Okay, fine. Just another drink then.
Well, that took a lot of convincing.
Tea Time with Matt. Because Dunkers do it best.
You know, when you actually listen to the lyrics of that song, it's kind of creepy.
Yeah, let's not. I mean,
Let's
different
not think
time,
about it
But I'm
too
not
much.
gonna say it's like about assaulty, like some people like to go into. But I do feel as though it is a bit too pushy. But then again, you don't know the entire context. Like maybe it is really that too cold outside to leave. I mean, he did say it's up to her knees after all.
I don't know how her knees can make a decision for her, but anyway. Right. Let's see. Mr. Spugnugget has left us. What?
Look, it's still a bit creepy. I can understand. I just don't think I think people are going looking a little too far in.
Yeah. Just don't think about it. Just have a good time. It's a nice song.
We'll do the Rick and Morty. Just don't think about it. Don't think about it, Morty. Morty. Just don't think about it. Just
Don't think about it, Morty.
Szechuan sauce.
Make it Rick and Morty for 99 more seasons, Morty. 90 more seasons.
Morty. I want to see the Doctor meet Rick.
There's a T-shirt based on that. It's great.
Get one of the guys who played the Doctor to do like a voice acting segment where I don't know he talks to Morty.
Do you know what?
Or Morty.
I reckon Peter Capaldi would be up for that.
Hilarious.
They should aim to try and do that next series. They should get Peter Capaldi to come and guest star. That'd be awesome.
I mean, they're both time traveling. I mean, they can time travel, and I suppose Rick dimension hopping into a dimension where the Doctor exists is not out of the question.
Rightio then. Let's move swiftly on, and it's time for the bedtime story. Swiftly. Okay, this is Tea Time with Matt's bedtime story. It's a very special one. We don't need words from you tonight because I've pre-written it. I've been working hard this week. So get your mug of cocoa, snuggle down, put your Christmas jammies on, and get yourself ready for a tale of Christmas magic, wonder, and ostracization. Ostracization? One of those. This is Tea Time with Matt's story of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Once upon a time, at the North Pole, there was a reindeer named Rudolph. Rudolph was unique among Santa's reindeer because he had been born with an abnormally bright red nose. The vet who delivered Rudolph said he'd never seen such a birth defect in any animal before, and thought that Rudolph was probably unique. He went on to write a paper about the condition, and was eventually honoured for services to veterinary science. However, this is not the vet's story, so we won't dwell on him any further. Rudolph's upbringing was very difficult. When he reached school age, they managed to get him a place at the prestigious Santa Claus Academy of Christmas Studies. However, the school claimed that Rudolph's nose was distracting the other students, and placed Rudolph in the one-to-one special needs class. Rudolph didn't need to be in a special needs class, because his nose being bright red had not affected his ability to learn and retain information. Rudolph's parents tried to explain this, but the school would not budge, because it was easier to keep Rudolph separate from the other students than it was to teach the other students about respecting and accepting those who are different from you.
Okay, it's starting to get a little too meta.
During break times, Rudolph was bullied mercilessly by the other reindeer. They laughed, called him names, would not let him join in their reindeer games, and would occasionally corner him behind the stable and kick him repeatedly until he begged them to stop. Rudolph's parents arranged multiple meetings with the school and tried to get them to do something about the bullying, but the school claimed the other students were only being friendly, or that Rudolph was probably antagonising them by showing his nose out in public.
Getting a little too meta.
Rudolph was very sad. For his whole childhood, he felt completely ostracised and unloved by anybody. He developed clinical depression, but no one did anything to help him with that, because vets are not trained to deal with mental health conditions in animals. As Rudolph got older and started puberty, his nose literally started to glow. This attracted more attention from the other reindeer, who bullied him even more mercilessly than before. Rudolph tried to tell his teachers that he felt helpless and wanted to die, but his teachers scolded him for being selfish and threatened to tell his parents.
Okay, this is getting a little too dark for me.
Every Christmas Eve, Santa assembled a team of reindeer to pull his sleigh while he delivered presents to all the children of the world, except for children who didn't believe in Christmas, because frankly, screw those guys. The sleigh team was selected from the best students in the school, who had to apply for a place and undergo weeks of extracurricular physical training and theory. Rudolph was very taken with the idea of being on the sleigh team and applied for a place on the training programme. The school invited Rudolph to a meeting and patronisingly explained that they were rejecting his application because there were concerns about his disability, Specifically that he was not medically competent to undertake the role. This really was the final straw, and Rudolph sank into a deep depression. He went home to his stable and lay down in the straw, where he stayed for the next 3 weeks. His parents tried everything to tempt him out of the stable, but Rudolph just sat there, staring into space. After weeks of training, Santa Claus selected his sleigh team. The reindeer chosen were Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner and Blitzen. The 8 reindeer were all very proud and excited at the prospect of pulling Santa's sleigh. But Christmas Eve arrived, and a thick fog descended on the North Pole. Santa called the mission control elves in for a crisis meeting. "How the hell has this happened?" Santa bellowed, smashing his fist down on the table. "Are you seriously telling me we didn't have a plan for mist?" The mission control elves looked uncomfortable and glanced at Fishy, the meteorologist elf. "Well, it's never happened before," said Fishy, looking down at his pointy shoes. Santa sighed heavily and took a deep draught from a glass of brandy. "Well, it's happened now. What are we going to do about it? I can't fly in visibility this poor. That's just asking for trouble. I give it 10 minutes before I collide with a commercial airliner. Or a UFO. Actually, Santa," piped up one of the elves, "it was a fly on the lens the whole time." "Shut up," said Santa.
You know what I mean.
Oily, the engineering elf, chewed thoughtfully on his pen. "I've got an idea," he said. Shouty, the logistics elf, interrupted him. "There's a special needs reindeer in the academy with a red glowing nose. We could use him to guide your sleigh tonight." "Or we could just strap a few lamps on the sleigh," said Oily. "Brilliant idea," said Santa. "What's this reindeer's name?" "It's really easy. I can get it done in 10 minutes, said Oily. "Rudolph, sir," said Shouty. "It's seriously no problem," said Oily. "You don't need to use...
Oily. Let Rudolph have his day.
You don't need to use Rudolph's disability to make your life easier. The solution is really easy." "Fetch Rudolph immediately," cried Santa. "Christmas is saved. Good job, Shouty." "I literally have the lamps right here," said Oily, holding them up. "Am I invisible or something?" "Shut up, Oily," said the entire room. Oily sighed and went back to chewing his pen. And so Rudolph was fetched from his stable and hitched up to Santa's sleigh. The other reindeer in the sleigh team cheered. "You've saved Christmas, Rudolph," they cried. "You're a hero!" Rudolph guided Santa and the other reindeer safely to every chimney that night, his bright red nose showing them the way and helping them to avoid colliding with aeroplanes, or UFOs. When they returned to the North Pole, Santa told everyone that Rudolph had saved the day. The other reindeer all congratulated Rudolph and told him how brilliant he was. Rudolph was so happy. He felt like he was finally making a valuable contribution to the world, and that he was getting some love and respect from his peers for the first time. He went to bed that Christmas night knowing in his heart that from now on, everything would be different. And for the next week or two, everything was great. The other reindeer let him join their games and didn't call him names or beat him up behind the stables anymore. After a while, though, everyone forgot about how Rudolph had saved Christmas, and the bullying quickly started again in earnest. The following year, Oily fitted Santa's sleigh with electric lights, so Rudolph wasn't needed anymore. Rudolph continued to be bullied mercilessly by the other reindeer. On his 3rd birthday, Rudolph left the North Pole for good and moved to the Cairngorm Reindeer Centre in Scotland, where he settled down and lived a long and happy life. Despite living in contentment, Rudolph never forgot the lessons that his childhood had taught him. Life isn't fair, no one likes people who are different, and everyone will treat you with contempt until they want something from you. Merry Christmas, everyone!
Merry Christmas?
Well, that's all, folks. Let's play the jingle. There it is.
I'm gonna go to bed now.
That's probably not a bad idea. So what have we learned from tonight's show, folks? Well, we've learned that making Christmas...
I think I'm gonna go cry now.
Okay. Bye, Bren! Happy Christmas! We've learned that Bren's quite a sensitive little soul, bless him. We've also learned that Christmas dinner can be really easy if you only follow our advice and take it with a barrel of salt to prepare the turkey. We've learned that you guys are awesome. We learn that every week, to be fair. but still, you are awesome. We've also learned that UFOs sometimes are just a fly on the lens. We've learned that people are hypocritical, stupid, and generally awful. And we've also learnt that wherever you are this Christmas, it should be a happy one, because you all deserve it. 2017's been a weird year, so let's all have a really good Christmas and a very happy new year. I hope you will all join me for our Boxing Day special next Tuesday at 8 p.m. right here at livestream.com/Teatime with Matt, or on TuneIn Radio by searching Teatime with Matt. That is Tuesday the 26th of December, or Boxing Day, for the Teatime with Matt Boxing Day special. Take care, we hope you have a fantastic Christmas, and if you're not around for Boxing Day, have a very happy new year. Take care.
Yeah.
See you next week. Bye!